folks, it's Mike the Chasing Trail, and I am on a test ride on a 2022 BMW R1250 GS Adventure. Kindly provided to me by Ozzy's BMW in Chico, California. I've ridden my dad's GS quite a bit. This feels very similar. This is the Adventure model with a little bit taller windscreen, although I believe it's in the low position. In fact. And it's got a much bigger tank. It's a little bit wider of a bike. That was a very red light. So we always stop and look. Don't just trust the light. Well, there is a lot of wind noise, as you may or may not be able to hear, but I don't feel anything on my helmet. In fact, the wind is coming basically right up over my peak. Completely unguided test ride. They just told me to head up this road. So it's about a 22-mile ride if I go all the way. I can already tell you I'm not going to need to. This bike is awesome. And I'm becoming aroused, so that's a good sign. Score is high on my stiffy meter. I don't need to go very far on this bike. I know I fucking love it. Yeah, we're just going to turn around right up here. I already know I love this thing. Now I'm just curious about the R18. Alright folks, I know I didn't talk much on that other bike. I tend to I'm thinking too much about the experience to really jabber on, but I am going to take this machine for a ride now. This is the R18 B, a 900 something pound behemoth, and oh yeah, this is different. Very, very different. Brakes are not as good as the GS. I can tell you that right off the bat. Oh yeah, you can definitely feel that side-to-side movement. This is definitely different. Definitely feel the weight and the vibration. It's definitely vibrating through the floorboards and the handlebars. Fair amount. It's a weird feeling through the clutch lever. Not sure what that is. A little hard to get my foot under the shift lever. Change the mode to rock. Oh yeah, oh shit. Rock has way more power. Okay. Now we're talking. Whoa, yeah. Rock made a huge difference. Wow. Okay. Well, it's windy, so we're getting a good test in the wind. See if we can hear this music. You change gears, you actually feel the thing shift side to side from the torque. I'm not stuck behind this fucking truck very long. Oh boy. Oh, fuck me. About to get their bike dirty. Sorry, Jesse. Oh, thank God he's turning off. That's full volume on the speakers. Pretty much has to be there to hear it over the wind noise. This thing will definitely cruise at freeway speeds. A lot of buffeting off the windshield. It's actually blurring my vision. Okay, yeah, I'm already over it. It was fun to test ride this, but I definitely don't like it as much as the Harleys. I don't like the way it torques around. I thought I would, but I don't. It's hard to get my foot under the shifter. There's this weird feeling coming from the clutch lever when I pulled in. See where I can get this fucking thing turned around. It's a big monster of a bike. Yeah, in general, I just don't really like the handling. It is not for me. Glad I rode it though. Yet another case of something can sound great on paper and then you try it and just find that you really don't like it. That's an awkward full lock, bar lock. Man, the handlebars are heavy with this fairing. It actually makes a pretty good noise. Exhaust note is better than I would have expected. Probably can't hear it well over the engine noise, or the wind noise rather. Do not like the brake feel. Yeah, I do not like this. This is definitely not the bike for me. That's why you gotta test ride. Yep, GSA for me, boy. Can't find the fucking shifter half the time. Interesting motorcycle, but not for me. The GS is just more comfortable and more fun to ride in almost every aspect. Let's hope I don't have to test these brakes again. There we go. Glad I rode it though. I do think it's a pretty good looking bike. Yep, don't have too much else to say. I wish I could articulate my thoughts better. Like I said, on these test rides I'm taking so much in, it's a little hard for me to think about talking and stuff too. There's definitely a weird feeling, that kind of like a knocking or a clunking that you feel through the clutch lever. I don't know what that's about. What does that smell? Very odd smell. What the fuck is that? I don't like it. I don't like the way it torques left to right when you're downshifting. I don't like the buffeting coming off the windshield. I don't particularly like the leg position. I don't like the gear shifter. I don't like the brake feel. What do I like? I guess the stock stereo is pretty good. The dash looks nice. I do like the layout of everything. I like this big screen. I like that these are all covered. I think aesthetically it's a pretty good looking motorcycle. I do think the Harleys look the best of the cruisers. Yeah, gosh, downshifting. Between the clunking you feel in the clutch lever and the way it torques, it's just not a good feeling. It's actually, we're going to change this back to roll. We're in town here. Yeah, roll tames it down considerably. Really, like, that's a huge difference between rock and roll. I don't like the vibrations. It's not the pleasing sort of vibes, it's the vibes that's going to make my hands and feet go to sleep. Yeah, I wish I had more good to say about this thing, but I don't really care for it. If I was going to buy a cruiser, the Harley definitely takes the cake for me. They're just so goddamn expensive for what you get. I don't know where they're going to want me to park this thing. So go right back in front here. Man, this thing is a behemoth. Okay. Alright, well that was fun, but it ain't for me.